it says, we, the jury, find the defendant not guilty on counts 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The verdict reads, we, the jury, find the defendant guilty of felony murder, 2 counts, aggravated battery, 2 counts, and cruelty to child in the 1st degree. Y'all can have a seat.
I had to go back and look at that because the judge looked shocked. She looked shocked. And then her face, when it came back up, it looked super shocked. Oh, my goodness. Okay. So they are going into sentencing. So let me see. Okay. So it's on a short break while we go into sentencing. I'm surprised they going into everybody was shocked. The judge like, what the wait a minute, what? But her face, boy. I hope he read it right.
All right. Mr. Foreperson, does the jury have a verdict? All right, if you would pass that to my bailiff, please. All right, Ms. Poague, if you would please stand. The verdict reads as follows as to each count. On count 1, it says, we, the jury, find the defendant not guilty. On counts 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, the verdict reads, we, the jury, find the defendant guilty of
We didn't listen to the jury instructions, so we don't know what was charged to her, but they about to do the sentencing now. I was going to go back and go look at it. I mean, we still can, but we didn't hear that part of it. So let's go back in the courtroom because they're doing the sentencing.
All right, we're going to address sentencing. Before we do that, I want to see if there's any disagreement as to merger of the charges or vacating any of the sentences because of the. I know that the aggravated battery charges merge with the felony murder charges, and I believe the cruelty to child does as well. But I want to see what both parties indicate.
No, sir, I don't think they agree.
Okay, what is your position on that?
The state's position is that, of course, the court could impose sentence on that. You go straight down the line. The court could impose sentence on count 2, which is felony murder. Count 3, felony murder, would be vacated because you can't be sentenced for 2 murders in the same case.
Okay.
When there's only 1 victim. Count 4, aggravated battery, would merge with count 2, felony murder. Count 5, aggravated battery, would stand alone because you would only merge 1 felony with the felony murder, not 2. Even though the felony murder, because the felony murder is.
Well, can I see the indictment? Will you hand me up the indictment from the?
I mean, I have a copy of it. I don't know.
It's with the exhibits.
Is it in that?
Well, if you have a copy, that'll be just as fine.
I just counted all the exhibits. I didn't even think about that.
I don't know. I do have.
You can hand it up. That's
yes,
fine, Laura.
I do have a copy.
Right.
So.
Let the court reporter sit back down.
Yes, sir. Yeah, please.
All right, let me ask you this question. Felony murder in count 2 charges her with murder based upon the commission of aggravated battery by causing blunt force trauma to the head and torso, right?
Yes, sir. But that "and" is interpreted disjunctively, and I mean.
Let me finish my thought pattern,
yes,
and then
sir.
you can tell me your response to that.
Okay.
Count 4 charges her with aggravated battery by rendering his brain useless, and count 5 by rendering his liver useless. And then count 2, felony murder, charges him with aggravated battery for both of them. I mean, in either way, right? To the head or the torso. So why wouldn't both merge into count 2?
But first of all, with respect,
can we take a break? Are you looking for the indictment?
Yes.
Okay. If it's not in there, then they need to hold everything in that. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. You can go ahead.
So even though which count is the count 2 is the one that relates to the aggravated batteries?
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And so it refers to an aggravated battery based on damage or to the brain and to the liver. That
Head and torso.
Or
yes.
Head and torso, right? That "and" is should be interpreted disjunctively. In other words, if there was a finding that only a battery to the head, that would be sufficient to support a claim. A finding of guilty on felony murder. If there was a finding of aggravated battery only on the torso, that would be sufficient to support it. So since either of them will support the felony murder, only one of them merges. And then count.
How do I know which one merges?
First one. If you go straight down the list of charges, okay, and you get count 3 is vacated, count 4, merge with count 2, and then now there has been a merger for count 2, which means count 5 would not merge; it's left freestanding. And count 6 can't merge because count 3 was vacated. So the sentence should be on felony murder and on count 5 aggravated battery and count 6 cruelty to children. That is the state's position.
All right, Mr. Gamble.
Yeah, we disagree on that interpretation. I believe that the court is correct concerning the merger of the aggravated battery. That the only charge that should stand is the first count of felony murder, which is number 2. And then the others would have merged in one way or another and be out. And then the only other charge could be cruelty to children. I believe would be the only one that remained with the felony murder. That's our position.
Do you happen to have any case law that addresses this
If you,
particular situation?
if you, I mean, if the court wishes to take it.
Maybe we should take a recess.
Well, if
because I
I'm
thought-
looking right now, Judge,
Okay. And I did say, I mean, you do agree that then the felony murder, the 2 felony murders, 1 vacates. Right?
yes, sir. Count 3 is vacated. That's correct.
But the fact that count 6 would have merged with count 3 doesn't affect count
No,
3.
sir. Once it's vacated, then there is nothing for it to merge with.
Okay. So the question is, and I think Mr. Gamble agreed with that,